year also to vlog about a great man of God. Believe you me, like the way I did for Ebuka songs, but this time around we're doing something crazy. Let me not spill, the stuff. So watch the vlog. Actually, I'm in Salem. That's what I want to say, right? So see you guys in the vlog. God bless.
Babe, carry down now that we perish. Babe, carry down now that we perish. If I now tell you that I want to go and serve God, I don't want to marry again, you know. No, she will come. I know. My wife here married, that's how she will come. Let's later.
That's it.
You won't even notice.
You think it's accessory, like you said.
So guys, I'm actually in Salem personally, and then I've learned a lot the few hours that I've been here. I've had a lot of new songs coming up, so guys, relax. At that point, just raise up. I've had a lot, and then what God is actually doing through God's servant, Apostle, Joel OGEBE, and the entire team of Salem. This is amazing. Believe you me, guys. And so, man of God, I actually see that there's a PS5 in the house. Who plays that?
We play. I play PS5.
You play?
Yeah, I play PS5.
How do you do it?
My brother. After fellowship and worship, what else are we going to do? The Lord is our only job. But at the end of the day, I'm still a family man. So
thank God I'm actually vlogging these guys, because I can't imagine, when I'm supposed to come online and then they preach and then they say the word and then the next thing is Salem are like singing and everybody's like playing. So I see like, all they do in the house is more like, we just go intimate. But yeah, sir.
That's what a lot of people think. But we are human beings. If ministers are honest enough, these are things, there's no law against it as long as it's not a distraction, and I'm pretty good in it, at least to the best of my capacity.
So you're good in it. So should we give it a try?
We'll attempt.
So what game do you play?
Football. I think that's what I got introduced to.
Okay.
Through one of my pastor friends. That's what I got introduced to first. So that's what I mastered.
Wow.
And playing with the guys in the house. I have a lot of young men with me, so I mastered it, and I use it as a pastime, when I'm free.
Wow.
Or I just want to enjoy my time with the brethren. We just come downstairs. That's if we're not working. We play. Sometimes we can actually spend some hours playing football, because it's pretty competitive, But once in a while, we just, have that beautiful pastime and enjoy ourselves. I think we should
try it out.
Weapons of our warfare are carnal in this context.
So, if I would also say, sir, what would be your advice to, ministers of God who walk around the clock? Because one of those things I see for us in the body of Christ is we hardly create time to rest. We're always busy on the field or going about doing stuff. So would you say you could advise even other ministers that get an hobby or get a PS5 if it works?
Exactly, if it works for you. Walking around the clock is good. I'm actually a workaholic too, always working. But I believe that walking around the clock is not a flex. It's not something you generate by yourself, because you need to understand the difference between strategic work and being a busybody.
Yes, sir.
So when some people hear our fathers say they walk around the clock, they don't know that the level where they are in ministry demands that level of sacrifice. So they legitimately have engagements.
Yes, sir.
This does not mean you should hear that and then become a busybody, trying to do everything. You will not be strategic. And whether I like it or not, there is no minister who does not have time for his family. There's no correct minister who does not have time for his family. Because as good as winning souls is, you must understand that before we are born, souls were dying. As we are living like this, souls are dying.
Yes,
when we leave this world, souls will be dying. And because of lack of rest, lack of socialization with family, a lot of pastors actually suffer from mental issues and they don't know. I've met pastors who mistake psychological problems for prophetic movements because they don't understand that these things take a toll on your mind. So it is healthy, as long as it's not a distraction. It is healthy to have a good pastime. Some people play golf.
Yes, I do.
Beautiful pastime. Some people play what they call that thing? Long tennis. That thing that you
lawn tennis.
Yes. Some people play that. My pastime is either I watch anime or I play game. Do you know me and my wife, we play Call of Duty? Do you know me and my wife play Call of Duty?
COD?
Yes. Me and my wife, you cannot imagine. Me, my wife, my son, my pastor friends, we have a clan on Call of Duty.
Guys, I mean, wait. I need to like. No, I'm shocked. Like,
I always carry my wife along. It's very important. Me and my wife play Call of Duty.
I mean, I won't forgive myself if I see your wife beat me.
My wife is good. She's a sniper.
What?
Yeah, she's our backup sniper. And she's good. Like, she will snipe your head.
Man, I've learned a lot right now. Okay, so sir, you just said this statement briefly. But sir, you watch anime?
Yeah, I watch anime. All this carnality you see in all these Western movies, I've run away from it. So it's anime. It's the only thing. There's no. I don't think there's any anime you can call right now that I've not watched. Yeah.
For you?
Yeah. Anime is like, if I can't sleep in the night, I'm done praying, I can't sleep. They are nice like that. Anime, I just binge on anime. Yeah, please forgive me. When I watch anime.
Wow, this
I enjoy it.
I mean, if one is not coming to have vlogs like this, we'll not be able to know this part of
true.
Because everything's just on the altar, and so it means that what you're also doing as believer, you might think is wrong, but it's also a way to relax. And then most men of God also do those things to relax.
Exactly.
But because they don't post it online, doesn't mean that what you're doing is
true. Accurate.
Guys, I mean, this is.
We are not extremists. A lot of people tend to think spirituality is an act. I see a lot of people like that. In fact, if you meet the most spiritual people, you will not believe they're spiritual. You will take them for granted.
True, sir.
The most enlightened people are the most jovial. But one thing you can sense is the order around their life. But trust me, I've met some people who you see them, this how they frown their face, and I just know this person knows nothing about the spiritual world. The spiritual world has a way of humbling you. I don't know how to describe it, but if you meet some of the most spiritual people I've met, some of my most spiritual friends, Theophilus Sunday, if you meet them on a casual day, you will never believe these guys have a strong walk with the Lord. True, but when they open their mouth to speak, you will know by the depth of the wisdom that flows from them. Yeah.
Wow.
So you'll be shocked. Man,
this is amazing. I mean, so the vlog is actually officially started.
Yeah. And Latiji, so I follow you a lot. And Latiji.
and it's really amazing seeing all of these things happen.
Yeah. He said the first fruit of everything will be the sacrificial lamb. Yes, you are the one that will bear the insult, the burdens, the pain. Yes, you're going to have to be the one to pay the bills.
True, sir.
Because you are the first fruit. Yeah. So we are ordinary people with extraordinary God, with a supernatural life. So we eat, we have families, we have feelings, we have brothers, we have siblings. And a lot of people don't know that we're also worried about the many things they also worry about. How to put food on the table, how to take care of your parents and the rest. I know a lot of men of God are not vulnerable enough to admit this. Sometimes because of the immaturity of certain persons to handle this part of ministry life. But honestly, I think this is good to help people understand that there's a human part to these ministers that we follow. I think it will help a lot of people to appreciate the sacrifice when they're able to see our family life and the simplicity of how we live our life. And I think it's an amazing thing. So because I see this going beyond just YouTube and phone, it has to become a reality thing that ministers that have satellite stations should be able to partner with. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, guys, in as much as we want to see the everyday activity of men of God, people in the body of Christ, we also want to learn, because it's very important. It's not just about the fun aspect of it or you seeing the everyday activity, but what are the things you could tap from this session. So I just have some brief questions that I would like to ask. One way or the other, these are the things a lot of Christians or a lot of believers are looking to ask you. That looks like, they didn't have access to it and all. So it's a privilege that I'm the one speaking for some of this person. So now this is a personal one. I target personal and ministry journey, right? Because Salem did not just come out of the blues. Salem did not just come out of, let's just have a church, let's just have a gathering. It came out from the toughest place of you want to get intimate with God, you want to understand how these things work. So when did you first hear the call of God, and what was your initial reaction?
For me, I was privileged to be raised under a Christian family where our dad was a pastor, and ministry has always been close to home for us. But I never really wanted to be a pastor because of, how hard it was for my parents.
Wow.
We all aspire to work in the oil industry, work in some oil company. But what began to draw me towards ministry or service, and the way God called me was very, very peculiar. The first thing that really played a massive role in what I am today was the beautiful godly influences I had as a young teenager when I was growing up. I didn't know where the hand lock up.
We have to no, so you have Salemized me, but I have to
and then you analyze me.
what is